It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the reigning AFC champs and the Lions, just ahead on EA Sports.
It's the National Football League, presented by EA Sports. Brandon Gunn, Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts, and a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. And I watched some of those shows that the NFL does, and you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable lesson. Wins and losses count no matter what time of year it is.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And trotting out there, no introduction needed for this guy around the league. Now in his 7th season as a QB.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Nash. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. Nash. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
So now here in the 2nd week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters to play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle? No mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. The Texans send the punter out. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. So here are the Lions now backed up for their first drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball. Run it inside. Everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go, tonight.
Up the middle they go. Haywood. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Play action. It's Fields. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD.
So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Second and a couple.
Here we go. Right.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Fields.
Flushed out right. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
On first down, Haywood. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now it's Fields.
Complete here. It's Hyde. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, side. Tonight.
They run the counter. Haywood.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
Don't jump. Ready? All right.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Here we go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Haywood. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter.
Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Here we go.
Fields now to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Play action. Stroud now.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go.
And Stroud now to throw.
He finds his man, complete. That's Webster. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now it's 3rd and 4.
Here we go.
A shotgun snap to Stroud.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Webster. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Time for another look at this Lions offense.
And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
right?
Yeah,
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Haywood.
And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going.
Here we go.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now a handoff up the middle. Haywood, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Here we go.
Back to throw, Fields.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this 2nd quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
Here's Fields.
He's going to air this out for Baldwin. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 70 yards, and the Lions have taken the lead. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-7. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Houston's offense taking over again.
They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up 2nd down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Back to throw, here's Stroud.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
He finds his man, complete. It's Nash. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Here we go. Let's go.
Throwing now is Stroud. That is caught.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Stroud working out of the gun.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Pierce. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
Stroud sets up the play action.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Webster. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And his kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
The Lions offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Here we go, Ty. Out, let's go.
Here's Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary.
Now Fields.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Stroud to throw it.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
Stroud looking to throw.
He finds his man, complete. It's Webster. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Final play of the half, Stroud.
He's going to loft one deep left side here.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we have reached halftime here at a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now with just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, at the very least, you can't say it's not competitive. All tied up at halftime. And for the call of the second half, we get you back out to Brandon God. These two coaching staffs are likely using this game as their dress rehearsal for the regular season. So some final adjustments being made. And for the call of the second half, we send it back out to Brandon and Charles.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
Here's a 2nd and 8. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. They run on first down with Jackson. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Let's go.
They run again with Jackson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, Underwood. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. Now Lewis. He's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. But he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because...
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. They'll run again with Jackson. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
That one goes for 8 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that kill.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Kittle's got his first catch, and it's also a first down.
Well, there's a new man here under center. What do you think they saw to acquire him, Charles?
I think they went back to their old scouting reports because those never go away. And I think that they liked him when he was coming out of school.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
Second and 11. That's caught by Jackson. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. Back now here on EA Sports. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. Back to throw. Underwood eluding the pressure right. And he fires one, but incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Operating from the gun, Underwood.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. They'll look to throw again. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw. Underwood. Looking left side, and it's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
60 bison, 60 bison. Go.
On 4th down, Underwood able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They run with Jackson out of the gun, and he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by DeMarvion Overshown. And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And he's a high draft pick, so maybe a bit of a mulligan, but you never want to throw a preseason interception, especially as a rookie.
No, but this is the time to do it, right? Let's get the kinks out. He's still got to learn how to read coverages, still has to learn the entire offense, has to see how he fits with the players around him. The bottom line is what you said right in the beginning. He's a high draft pick. They want him on the field sooner rather than later, so let's keep giving him some reps and seeing what they have.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Pierce now up the middle. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
A lot on the line here, even for just a preseason game. Jobs to be won and lost. It's 3rd down.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
And remember now, no overtime here in the preseason, so in a tie game, this ought to be a fight to the finish.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Throwing is Lewis. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
Here we go, 1st and goal. They'll run here with Pierce.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1.
Now 2nd down and a few inches. Pierce.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Pierce.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And his kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So there was a little meat on that bone, a little more than a chip shot considering the circumstances, but he's able to bang it home in what should be the game winner.
And the key was getting him into a good position to kick from. I mean, if that's a 52-yarder, you're going to have some anxious moments, but kickers nowadays, you give them anything under 40, and they're automatic.
So now the Lions down by a field goal, 20 seconds to go. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get the midfielder so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Maybe looking for a flag, but they're not going to get one there. They took a shot, hoping to find a way to sneak into field goal range, but it's incomplete. And now with time almost gone, the task gets much more difficult.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.